Good morning, students. Today we will start BST. As you know that today you have BST classes. So in BST classes we will learn today first lesson. BST in business studies we generally study about the management of a business organizations. How to manage business organization so that it turns profitable and economy also we take care of economy of the business too. So here in this BST lesson management, first lessons we will start, that is nature and significance of management, that we will learn today. So first we will see the management and its meaning. Now management meaning is art of getting things done by others to achieve predetermined goal at a minimum time and cost. Once again I am reading, art of getting things done. That means it is an art of things to be done by others to achieve predetermined goal at a minimum time and cost. That means we have to get our work done to achieve the goals at minimum time and cost. This is what it is, management. Generally in an organizations, lots of people they work at a different levels. Now actually in organization the work is done by the workers, and managers and supervisors they help them to work according to the plans. This is how it works in the organization. Now in this, what we are doing, we are actually, the work of the organization is done by the workers. Why they are doing it? To achieve the goal that they have set. And work is to be done in such a manner that it should take the minimum time and cost should be minimum. This is what it is, management. Now if I talk about the definitions, I will take lots of definitions are there in the book, but I am taking the Fayol's definitions. What Fayol says about the management, that management is to manage. You have to manage your work. It is to forecast. You have to forecast. You should have the vision of the future. And to plan. Then you need to do planning. To organize. You have to organize everything from capital, land, labors, everything. You have to organize all the factors of productions. Then to command. You have to give command time to time to the workers for works to be done in a proper manner. And to coordinate. Now what is coordinate? Coordinate means it's an environment, it's a comfortable environment where people like to work more. That is coordinate. And to control. You should have the control over the people. Otherwise, they will not work. Now, with these definitions, I will take an example of our school. Our school has principals, vice principals, then secretary, vice secretary, then teaching staff, then children. This is all of them, they are working together. From the top to the bottom. Now, the school has a goal of achieving the good result. That is the goal. The goal of the school is to get the good result from the students. Now for that, the management is there. Now who is doing the managerial work? The manager work work was done by the principals, vice principal, managers, and who is working here? The teachers. The teachers, they are teaching the children to gather knowledge by the children, so that the children get the knowledge, and then they can score good marks, and that is the goal of the school. So here what we see, that all of us, we are working together to achieve a goal, but here time and cost. Time is required. We have a certain period of time where we have to finish our syllabus. That syllabus has to be completed within that time period. If we go beyond the time period, then our result will not be good, because it will not be good, as syllabus will not be completed. You will not be able to appear all the questions, and marks, you cannot score good marks. So here we are thinking about the time also. We are managing the time also, that within the period required time we have to complete our syllabus. This is the job of the teachers. Now I am talking about the students. Students, they have to complete their syllabus within the time period. They also have to maintain the time. If only teachers, they maintain the time, then it will not be effective, because students, they are not maintaining the time, they are not planning their time, so they will not get the result as it is expected. Now next is cost. Cost also we have to think. The expenditure that is done from the school, for maintaining the school, for staff salaries, for other expenditures, that also has to be minimum. Minimum in the sense, like, it should be fair. Why I am saying this? Because if we do not provide the required salary to the staff, they will not work properly. So that is their required. The cost involved in this, it has to be minimum but fair. So this is what it is, management. Now, according to Fayol, the management is to forecast. We have to imagine, we have to think what we are supposed to do and how it should be done, so that we can achieve our goals. That forecasting we should have, then we will plan according to the forecast. What is, first of all, we will point out the important things, important points that it needs to be implemented in the plan, that it needs to be involved in the plan. So those forecasting we have to do, then we have to plan how to get the work done in a systematic manner and in a peaceful way. Then to organize, only planning will not work, then we have to organize the human resource, then mineral resources, then other resources, capital, land, machines, all these things we have to organize. Then we have to managerial sections, that managers, they will command, they will give the command to do work, instructions. They will provide the instructions that they are getting from the higher ups, and then they will provide it to the juniors. And then coordinate. Coordinate means all the peoples that they are working together, that the environment should be good. It should be, the environment should be the working, very good, comfortable working conditions. That is required, and to control. At the same time, we have to control the activities of the people. Without control, the activities may not go according to the plan. So their control is required. So this is all about management. Now we will go to the nature and characteristics. So here we see the forecast, plan, organize, command, coordinate and control. These are the important things. Now next, nature and characteristics. What is the nature Here in this management, nature and characteristics both are same. So we will learn together about the nature and characteristics of management. First is management is a process. Now this process is dynamic as well as continuous. Both. What is dynamic? Dynamic means continuous and production activity change. That means if we think about the present and if we compare the past with the present, we will see that everything has been improved. Why it is so? Because the demands are increasing. If we think about the past, we will see that the human beings' demand were not much. They were satisfied with the basic general things, but now we are living a comfortable life. Where we are living a comfortable life, there we need things to be changed. Now, if company has to survive in this modern world where the competitions are more, where people's demand are increasing day by day, there you need to be dynamic. Dynamic means you have to change your production's activity, that how you are producing things, how we were producing things before and how we are producing things now. Before, if you see, the people were engaged most of the time, most of the peoples were engaged in the production lines. Now this machines has come up and it has replaced the people due to industrial revolutions that we have studied in the lower classes in the history. Now, why these industrial revolutions started? Because the people's demands are increasing day by day. If we follow the old traditional way, we cannot feed the people of the country. For that reasons, we have to change. We have to change certain things, and industrial revolutions took place thereby. Now, with the industrial revolutions, the machines has taken the places of human beings, and machines, not only machines are also developing day by day. It is improving day by day. Now, if we see that productions that we are doing, it is done by machines, and most of the things are done by the robots. And it is why it is done so that we can increase the productions, and productions things, techniques, their way of doing it are changing every day. So management is dynamic. Management also has to change. Management has to change all these things to meet the present requirement. Now this is also continuous. Why it is continuous? Because management, if we look into the management is not only done in the factories or business organization or farms or in the hospitals or in the schools. It is even done at our home. Now here what we do, we continuously, first we achieve a goal, then we start our management process. Once we achieve the goal, then another goal is set. Now for the next goal, we start again our management process. So it goes on. If we look into our daily life, there also we will see every day we are managing. Like I am teaching you now, I have managed time. I have took out time from my daily routine so that I can prepare the video and give it to you. So this is what it is, management. I have got other works also. Similarly, in every family, if you look into our own family, we will see that everybody is working. Father is going to office, he is doing outside jobs, mother is doing also her jobs. Nowadays, fathers and mothers both they are working outside as well as at home. So all of us, we are father and mother, they are also managing their work as well as the children. Children also they are doing managing their own time because they have to go to schools, they have to go to tuitions, then they are coming back and have to prepare for their homework as well as homework as well. So here if we see, everyone is managing their time and planning accordingly. So it's a continuous process. Next, management is a profession. It is been Before, management was not regarded as a profession, but now it is taken up as a profession. Now why it is profession? Profession is because management requires certain skills and knowledge. So organized and systematic body of, what is profession? Organized and systematic body of knowledge, principle and techniques. This is why it is taken as a profession. Profession, actually it is an organized things, it's a systematic things of knowledge, principles and techniques. Now knowledge, you know what it is, that we get from our practical experiences by working from the books. This knowledge we get it. Next is principle. What is principle? Rule or code of conduct or fundamental laws. So this is the meaning of principles. Here certain rules has been set everywhere. If we look into our house also, home also, there also we will see that a certain rule of conducts or fundamental rules are set, where everyone has certain duties to perform within the time. For example, I'll give here an example, like if a student at a home, suppose father set the laws that at 6 o'clock everyone has to go for their studies. Now, why this is required? This is required because if the father doesn't set the time for the studies, the children, they will not sit at the right time, and if they do not sit for their studies, they cannot complete their courses, and result also it will be not as expected. So these fundamental rules, basic rules, it is required. Now next is techniques. Now what is techniques? Methods of accomplishing a desired task. Here techniques. Technique means whatever task we are given, that has to be completed, that we know. I have given task to teach you, you are given task to complete it. Your homework, learning, writing it into a pair copy, then learning it and practicing. These are your work. My work is giving you the best study materials, explaining you as best as I can. These are our works. Now we have the techniques. We have to see how can we accomplish this work within the time period. We cannot extend it too much so that our syllabus is delayed, and it cannot and we are not we will find at last that we are not able to complete within the time period. So that techniques has to be there. How to accomplish this work within the time. So this is professions. So why it is called profession? Because we need knowledge, we have rules regarding the code, rules regarding the activities, and then we have the techniques. So all these are the qualities of profession. So management also requires these things, so it is called as a profession. Next, management is a system. It is also a system. As we know that every system has a subsystems. Then it has a specific objective. As I said that every work that we do, we have certain aims, goals or objects to do it. Next is coordination. We need coordination. Without coordination, we cannot work. Now what is coordination? Work together harmoniously. Coordination means work together harmoniously. Harmoniously means peacefully. So that has to be there. Communications. Communications should be proper. It has to be proper. Excuse me.